Happy General George and Barbara Fritchie Day. Multitude of stakes happening here starting in race number 3 with the Miracle Wood.
And they're off. Titian Tyrant and Donna's Courage out first, and for crying out loud, down to the inside, chiming in with early speed. Big Ambition up there too. Big Ambition out 4 deep into the turn run. Voodoo Mama Juju riding the inside about 4 lengths from the front as they run that first turn run. Back to Arrogant Stream racing second last position, and Wild and Sassy trails the field as they make their turn now with 6.5 furlongs left to go. Up front it is for crying out loud down to the inside, that head in front. On the outside, Donna's Courage trying to put some pressure on. Big Ambition is in third. Voodoo Mama Juju, a very close fourth and a couple of lengths off of speed now. And they're followed by Titian Tyrant and Arrogant Stream. And Wild and Sassy still in the back of the pack. For crying out loud, Nursed Along up front has it about a half length in front from Donna's Courage in second. Big Ambition first to quick it up on the far outside there. And also Titian Tyrant, widest of them all as they roll for the far turn run. A half mile left to go. Forstack across the track with Voodoo Mama Juju now tracking the 4 as they run that far turn run. 3 furlongs left to go. Arrogate Stream has to pick it up, and turning the field is Wild and Sassy. So they're midway on that final turn, and Titian Tyrant goes on the head in front from Big Ambition. Voodoo Mama Juju on the outside firing up with a run. Here comes Voodoo Mama Juju circling at the quarter pole. Widest of them all, 5-6 deep into the stretch. Voodoo Mama Juju gets the head in front from Titian Tyrant in second. And then Big Ambition in third. Voodoo Mama Juju in front from Titian Tyrant with a furlong left to go. Battling third is Big Ambition. Voodoo Mama Juju just in front. Titian Tyrant game and trying to come back for a little more. Voodoo Mama Juju put the gree on him. Voodoo Mama Juju wins it. Voodoo Mama Juju, Titian Tyrant. Then it was Big Ambition and Donna's Courage and Arrogant Stream. And they're off. Mailman's a flyer, and I a gunfighter, and Luigi Spirit is up there. There goes Nostalgic Run with that early speed. Nostalgic Run takes the lead and opens up 2.5 into the first turn run. Tramalia Gunfighter in second, and then it's Luigi Spirit in third, and Hellman out of the inside. Mailman's a flyer, drops some 7 or 8 lengths off the lead after a good break. And back to Giordani, who's second last at this point. Alongside of that is Hard Sting, trailing the field. They race around that turn, ambitious pace out there by Nostalgic Run with about a 6 lead. 3-length advantage from Eye of Gunfighter, second by 3. Luigi's Spirit and Hellman side by side, third and fourth. Length and a half more. Mailman's a Flyer is next. And Giordani with a lot to do at this point, and Hard Sting trailing the field. Nostalgic Run leads the way, about 4.5 furlongs out, building on that lead. Now some 8 in front. I have Gunfighter, Luigi's Spirit on the outside. Hellman is tracking in between horses in the second flight. Mailman's a Flyer still double digits from that leader out there. Nostalgic Run has still got a big lead with a half-mile left to go. Make it 9 lengths now from Hellman in second and Luigi's Spirit in third. Mailman's a Flyer. Eye of Gunfighter is next. Giordani still got 15 to make up at this point, and Hard Sting trailing the field into the far turn run with 3 furlongs left to go. Nostalgic Run's opened up now, almost 12-13 lengths on the field. Hellman is in second. From in between horses, Giordani's trying to slice through in that second group. Mailman's a Flyer down to the inside. Nostalgic Run's still there at the top of the stretch. The lead is some 7 or 8 lengths. Here is Giordani fully extended and trying to reach to catch Nostalgic Run, who's got a furlong left to go. Nostalgic Run. Giordani second inside. Mailman's a Flyer. Nostalgic Run a little weary, but holding on to the lead. Holding on to the lead by 4. Giordani, one last ditch effort. Nostalgic Run got it done. Nostalgic Run from Giordani. Then it was Mailman's a Flyer and Luigi's Spirit. Next was a Hellman or Hard Sting.
When we started adding protocols, the first thing we knew we wanted to do was to add veterinarians watching training. We really had to look at all of the opportunities that we had to impact horse safety, controlling medication and training, which had never been done, investing in cutting-edge diagnostic techniques, decreasing the amount of medication that was in the horse on race day. Right now it's training, but we're checking horses that are racing on Saturday. Thank you. You're all right, sweetie. I feel like we are changing things for the better.
Right now it's basically just being present. We do examine various horses in the days leading up to it. Race day, it's every horse. We're watching the horses, how they warm up. Now they've got weight on their back. We're on different surface. We're still following the horses. All the horses look good during their warm-up, sound ready to run.
I truly feel like we are moving the sport forward. The horses are better for it. We've really changed to focus on putting horses at the center and being the most important part of the equation.
And they're off in the Wide Country Stakes. Stonewall Star sharp break, L Street Lady to join, and Gormley's Gabriella down inside right there, a close third, and Chicky Ness will take to the outside from fourth down the backstretch run. Sally Sassy back in the pack, second last position, and We'll See trailing the field. Stonewall Star setting the pace, and it's an easy 1-2, leads at a half length from L Street Lady in second, and Chicky Ness is on the outside. Gormley's Gabriella kept up close at the rail, racing fourth in the red colors. It's another 6 lengths back, Sally's Sassy, We'll See trailing the field. Heading over the far turn run, Stonewall Star in charge from L Street Lady, leads at a half length. The outside is Chicky Ness in third, and Gormley's Gabriella called on to run from fourth as they round the far turn. Sally Sassy has to pick it up, and We'll See still trailing the field. Stonewall Star nursed along in the lead by Angel Cruz, leads away. The outside Chicky Ness tries to bid up there, and Gormley's Gabriella third down to the inside. L Street Lady is dropped back at the quarter pole in the top of the stretch. Back to Sally Sassy, and trailing is We'll See. Turning for home, and it's Stonewall Star who's pouring it on. Stonewall Star by 5 as they come to the final furlong now. Outside there he is battling Chicky Ness as Gormley Gabriella down to the rail. Here's Stonewall Star. She's the star of the show today in the Wide Country Stakes. It's Stonewall Star. Gonna cruise home under Angel Cruz in the Wide Country. Stonewall Star to do it. Solid over Chicky Ness and Gormley's Gabriella, and We'll See picked up fourth.
Introducing the first racing tool from Pegasus to Preakness. Iconic venues. World-class racing. Millions at stake. New champions will be crowned. Only at first.
Second finish line, 1 mile in the Miracle Wood, and they're off in the Miracle Wood. Coffee or Chris and B West got a good start. We Don't Need Roads on the outside. Prince of Jericho, the big favorite, and Feeling Woozy has early speed too. Feeling Woozy up on the inside of Coffee with Chris to contest early. B West is settled in third. Then Prince of Jericho is next. And 7's 11. We Don't Need Roads, and Riccio down to the inside improves the spot from the back, only about 5 from the front. Feeling Woozy setting the tempo, leads it about a length and a half now. 2 lengths in front from Coffee with Chris in second. 7's 11 just third. As Riccio's down to the inside in fourth. Prince of Jericho in among horses there, racing fifth and 5 off the lead, and followed by B West, who's second to last and 3 to 4 wide past the 4.5 furlong mark. The second wire run now, and trailing the field, We Don't Need Roads. Feeling Woozy still there into the far turn run. Feeling Woozy from Coffee with Chris, 2 lengths back, and Riccio's ridden along for a little more from third. The outside B West is starting a rally between horses 7's 11. Then Prince of Jericho just in behind that group. Going to take to the outside is Prince of Jericho. Going to take the wide route home as they turn in. Top of the stretch with a quarter of a mile left to go. Feeling Woozy is the leader. Leaves it 2.5 at 3 lengths. Now Coffee with Chris. Prince of Jericho way out the center of the track trying to rally now. Coffee with Chris has come to the front. Furlong and a half left to go. Prince of Jericho reaching under a drive on the outside. Here the outside is Prince of Jericho. Coffee with Chris is digging down. Coffee with Chris just in front. Coffee with Chris running into the second wire, holding off Prince of Jericho. Feeling Woozy is third. Coffee with Chris. Coffee with Chris in the Miracle Wood. Prince of Jericho is second and Feeling Woozy finished third. Waiting for Free Square to settle. And they're off. Darling Dixie and Jump Shot firing out. Top Boss Early Speed 2 unequivocal. Fourth the far outside. Free Squares in between horses. On the inside is Messiah Man just 2 or 3 lengths from the lead. Andy Poison is followed by Nash Vegas, who's next as they charge down the backstretch run. On the inside is Shoot the Messenger racing in the back of the pack there with Our Hoisted Mast on the outside. And in between horses, Bahama Channel back there too. About 10 to 11 lengths will cover the field. And so it is Top Boss, Darling Dixie pushing that one along from the outside, and Free Square right there with pace, and in hand in third position. Jump Shot out of the clear in fourth. Masai Man is racing in fifth, and unequivocal, about 3 wide with 3 furlongs left to go. Nash Vegas is next, and Anti-Poisoned out of the inside. Our Hoisted Mast, Bahama Channel, and Shoot the Messenger trailing the field. Top Boss turns in. Top Boss, top of the stretch, leads the way. Top Boss with Free Square there on the outside. Free Square, Top Boss. They're head-to-head for the lead. Furlong and a half left to run. Jump Shot is racing in third. And down to the inside is Masai Man and Nash Vegas trying to pick up a share. Shoot the Messengers. Move to the back of the pack. Moving stoutly on the inside. Now into third. It's Free Square, Top Boss. Shoot the Messenger oncoming. Top Boss, and Free Square. It's a photo and Shoot the Messenger. Followed by Jump Shot, the Masai Man or Anti-Poison. And they're off in the John B. Campbell Stakes. Good break for Our Nation on Parade. The outside Van Scholars with a sharp break. Two Nimitz Class is right up there, and Nimitz Class is going for the lead along with Ain't the Beer Cold. These two into the turn run. Our Nation on Parade. Van Scholars plot the dots. Rail up close from that inside draw in there, followed by Double Crown. After that is Treasure Trove riding the inside. Forewarned is only about 5 lengths in the front, and Armando R is in the back of the pack now. Armando R trailing the field in about a dozen lengths from the front. And so it's Nimitz Class just in front from Ain't a Beer Cold on the outside. The matching strides down the backstretch run. Not much pace on it all. Length and a half, and it's Plot the Dots racing third position. Our Nation on Parade is in fourth. Treasure Trove down inside there in fifth. And they're followed by Double Crown in between horses. Forewarned racing on the outside. Van Scholars in that group in between horses. Another 5 back, and Armando R trailing the field. Nimitz Class down to the inside with Ain't a Beer Cold putting mild pressure on from the outside. Length and a half. Our Nation on Parade is in third. Plot the Dots is in fourth. Forewarned is racing on the outside. Treasure Trove and Double Crown Racing is a team right there in that group, and they have 5 lengths to close in as Ain't a Beer Cold and Nimitz Class continue head to head. They've been that way throughout. Our Nation on Parade attempts to quicken up from third position on the 3-path past the quarter pole. The others have some running to do now. Nimitz Class gets away from Ain't a Beer Cold with Our Nation on Parade charging hard to center of the track now to second with 1 furlong left to go. Nimitz Class had Javion Toledo. They're in front by 3 from Our Nation on Parade. Second, Ain't a Beer Cold trying to hang on to third. Then Forewarned is next, followed by in the inside Treasure Trove. Here's Nimitz Class sailing home again to win it in the John B. Campbell Stakes. From Our Nation on Parade, Ain't a Beer Cold, followed by Treasure Trove in between horses and Forewarned.
The Maryland Jockey Club's Canter for a Cause cantered on with just over 300 entrants this year, coming from far and wide in this unique event to walk, trot, and canter over the famed Pimlico Racecourse that showcased historic legends and champions. The only event of this type founded by Georgianne Hale. All benefits go to the renowned nonprofit, the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance.
Well, this is a great event. I think it really showcases the thoroughbred can come out here and ride and come back to the racetrack and not have any issues. It's a great event for awareness and fundraising, and I think it's a great community event, especially with these people bringing OTTBs, because when they bring them here and they get to showcase them in front of everyone else, I think it's really fun. And because it's close to Halloween this year, we've seen a lot of great costumes, so that's good too. I think a lot of people assume that the racehorse ever came back to the track, that they would not be able to handle it. And we've seen today lots of horses come through the gate with little kids being let out, and things are fun. So yeah, I think once they're out of that racehorse mode for the most part, and they can come out to the track and enjoy themselves, and I think depending on what they're being trained for, they come back here and they know that this rider wants to canter slow or walk or trot, so it's good. It's good.
Ready? And they're off of the Nelly Morse Stakes. Runaway Monet, as for early speed, Mama Tiger and Hybrid Eclipses 3 to line into the first turn run, as Pistol is Ablazing is also there, making for right across the track into the first turn run. Award wanted, sharpen up close too as they round that turn, and they're followed by 90% Bryn and By the Best trailing the field. Tight pack, only 5 lengths from front to back. Runaway Monet down to the inside, Pistol is Ablazing right there on the outside. Now they're head to head as they straighten away past that 6 for a long mark. The inside is Runaway Monet at a huge price. The outside, Pistol is Ablazing, and an award wanted. Mama Tiger down to the inside. The far outside is 90% Bryn, who's beginning a bid now. Early bid to 90% Bryn all the way up to third. Award wanted is right there too. Well bunched. Mama Tiger just in behind down to the rail. Hybrid Eclipses caught in between horses, only a couple lengths off that lead into the far turn run, and By the Best trailing the field. Round the turn they roll. Mama Tiger on the inside. Mama Tiger and Pistol is Ablazing. As first to back off is Long Shot Runaway Monet, and Award Wanted joins out there. 3 wide, 3 furlongs left to go. It is Pistol is Ablazing and Award Wanted on the outside. Mama Tiger in for the fight too. Hybrid Eclipse just in behind them with every chance to quicken up from there. 3 across the track as they make the turn for home. Award Wanted, Pistol is Ablazing. Hybrid Eclipse swings into action, widest of them all, and Mama Tiger out of the inside. 4 spread out across the track, and 90% Bryn out of the middle with 1 furlong left to go. Hybrid Eclipse, Pistol is Ablazing, kicks back on the insides for a little more. Award Wanted in between horses with 1 furlong left to go. It is Hybrid Eclipse, Toledo in front. Hybrid Eclipse, and it's a Toledo triple. In the Nelly Morse Stakes, Hybrid Eclipse takes it. Win over Award Wanted, and third was Pistol is Ablazing and Mama Tiger and 90% Bryn.
It's probably the most beautiful racetrack in the country, to be honest with you.
The background is just beautiful.
I love Gulfstream Park because of the grandstand and the racing.
The weather is beautiful. The facility is phenomenal.
The Gulfstream Championship meet has become one of the top events of the year. You could come out on a Wednesday and see a future Preakness winner.
They're off in the Preakness. The Run Happy Santa Anita Derby.
Got the unique 6.5 down the hillside turf course.
A whole lot of great racing here in California.
And Laurel.
We have all 3 surfaces here, the only racetrack in the country to have all 3 surfaces. Being close to the ocean, being surrounded by some of the greatest horses and riders in history, it's amazing.
It's the prettiest thing you've ever seen. There's no one else has a background like we do.
Quiet imagination. Now in line. And they're off in the Barbara Fritchie. Swaying true and true, Liscolvin and Union Lake all in a line early, and here's Prodigy Doll now moving up into the 4th spot and past the Champagne. Comes out running in the 5th position, just 3 lengths on the pace. Fille d'Esprit is settled back there about 3rd last position, and Moody Woman and trailing the field is Quiet Imagination. Liscolvin setting a solid pace, pushed along by Swaying to and fro on the outside. Length and a half more past the Champagne. Right there, a close third in. Union Lake is out in the clear, and followed by Prodigy Doll off the rail. In the meantime, Fille d'Esprit now has the rail with a half mile left to go. Fille d'Esprit ground saving in 5 from the speed of Swaying to and fro, and Liscolvin, who continue to dispute it with past the Champagne coming to join them while 3 wide. Union Lakes asks for a little more, and then Prodigy Doll. Fille d'Esprit still down inside, draws within 3.5 of the lead. Moody Woman has 8 or 9 to make up, and trailing the field is Quiet Imagination. A race to the top of the stretch in the Barbara Fritchie, swaying to and fro past the Champagne to challenge the issue on the outside. Just in behind there is Liscolvin racing in 3rd, but weakened up in Fille d'Esprit. Extreme outside, Moody Woman and Union Lake swaying to and fro with a furlong to go. Leads past the Champagne. Fille d'Esprit, she's trying to reach down to the inside. Moody Woman on the far outside, closing to, swaying to and fro. Fille d'Esprit, she's leveling off late, swaying to and fro. Will Hull sway to win? Swaying to and fro from Fille d'Esprit. Then it was Moody Woman past the Champagne, and then Quiet Imagination came rolling from the back of the pack. And they're off of the General George. Pirate Rick, Eastern Bay, Sharp Break, and John the Bear is next. And Momos racing up on the inside. They're followed by Factor It In, will track along from 5th. Got it over to the 2-path down the backstretch run. Sir Alfred, James, and Baron. And Yodelie, hey, who is the trailer? Pirate Rick, the gray, shows the way. Length and change in front from John the Bear with 5 furlongs left to run. Outside Eastern Bay's out of the clear, and Momos racing 4th on the inside. Factor It In is in 5th. Still 4 to 5 off the speed of Pirate Rick, and followed by Baron. Now 7 to make up, and back to Sir Alfred James in the back of the pack with Yodelie, hey, who still trailing the field. Far turn run with 3 furlongs left to go, and it's Pirate Rick still showing the way, but Eastern Bay gathering up momentum on the outside. Eastern Bay making a solid bid toward Pirate Rick. Now they're head-to-head. Factor It In, trying to kick it on the outside of John the Bear, is under some pressure to stay down to the inside, top of the stretch. Eastern Bay turns for home with a lead, starts to widen a bit by 2 lengths from Pirate Pirate Rick in second and Factor It In. Traveling third position. Down inside there is Barron, who's trying to pick up on the final furlong. But here's Eastern Bay. Eastern Bay up top. 2.5 length lead with a furlong left to go. Barron charging hard in between horses at Pirate Rick on the extreme outside. Yodelee Hey-Hoo is making a solid bid into second. It's going to be Eastern Bay. Eastern Bay, the 9-year-old, does it from Yodelee Hey-Hoo and Barron, followed by Factor It In a blanket for fifth. Yeah, they're off. Proper Attire fast out of the gate, so too Spicy Margarita. Behind the couch, racing in third position down the backstretch run. Spicy Margarita gonna take it to Proper Attire, who's back second now, take it back a little bit. And behind the couch is 3 lengths off them in third, and back to Peyton Elizabeth and Italian Dressing trailing the field. Spicy Margarita leads the way against the rail, half length from Proper Attire second. Behind the couch is third in striking range there. Is Peyton Elizabeth next. Italian Dressing has to pick it up. Far turn runs Spicy Margarita, Proper Attire. Proper Attire's come back for more on the outside. Behind the couch now with 4 to make up on them. And Peyton Elizabeth and Italian Dressing trailing the field, racing to the quarter pole. Proper Attire from Spicy Margarita with Behind the Couch looming in third position out wide. They're followed by Peyton Elizabeth, Italian Dressing. The far outside there having some problems. Italian Dressing pretty much being eased up down to the final furlong and a half they run. With Proper Attire, Spicy Margarita behind the couch, and Peyton Elizabeth trying to come on there in between horses. Peyton Elizabeth rolling strongly. Proper Attire, Peyton Elizabeth, Proper Attire, Peyton Elizabeth closing. Proper Attire, Peyton Elizabeth second, and Spicy Margarita behind the couch. Italian Dressing did cross.
Thank you so much for joining us. We will be back Sunday, 12:25 post time for post Mardi Gras Day activities.